We have hot chocolate. Cheers.
Hey, we're looking back at our favorite stories from 2025 tonight on Evening.
A prison-made podcast revealing life inside and the people serving time.
They asked for time, but they didn't ask for my mind. And so I still have the opportunity to give back.
Plus, a real-life superhero whose power is being kind.
You guys doing okay tonight? Anybody need anything?
And the Seattle school turning kids into one-wheel wonders.
And welcome to the show. I'm Chris Cashman. You know these guys.
I'm Jose Cedeno.
St. Brian.
We are teaming up today, looking back at 2025 and celebrating some of our favorite stories.
Yeah, certainly my favorite story, or should I say my most memorable story, involves spending a day at Washington State Penitentiary in Walla Walla. Thanks to a popular new podcast, you don't actually have to go to prison to find out what life is like in prison.
People create solid, meaningful relationships behind these walls. We support each other through the trauma of doing time.
They've gathered around microphones, the incarcerated and formerly incarcerated, to share what life is like, locked up for years.
You know, it gets old, especially when you're doing 20, 30 years like we're doing, 20, 30, 40 years.
I've come to Walla Walla to learn about Concrete Mama, Washington's first prison podcast. Showrunner Vic Chopra, who spent 5 years here on theft and drug charges, asks his host to be raw, unfiltered, and vulnerable.
We're all just human beings, right? Like, it's not good guys versus bad guys. We all come from a lot of trauma, and at the end of the day, we're all just trying to survive and get through that experience.
Damar Nelson, not yet halfway through a 40-year murder sentence, says he had to evolve to put himself out there.
And for me, there's a lot of strength in vulnerability. Vulnerability is everything. That's how we change people. That's how hearts are changed. That's how societies are touched.
They look at us through squinted eyes,
The popularity of the podcast has defied expectations, approaching 100,000 downloads, hitting number 2 on Apple's documentary charts. To celebrate the podcast, named for the prison, producers gathered down the street to auction off inmate art and raise funds for more prison podcasts.
Somebody said to us recently, what you're doing is not just true crime, it's true. It's truth.
Rachel Check is CEO of Seattle-based Unincarcerated Productions.
I think that people really want to hear the true stories of what goes on for folks who are incarcerated, their stories, not just their crime, not just the thing that got them in prison, but like what led up to that, and then what's daily life like on the inside.
Because I've spent the last 10 years of my sentence here in the penitentiary, Walla Walla has become a part of who I am as a person. It'll be a part of my life that I'll never forget.
Red Edwards is the podcast's historian, diving into the prison's 140-year history.
I had to step out of my comfort zone, but just to see the reaction that we're getting, how much people like it and embrace us, it's meant the world.
By getting their voices heard beyond the walls, they're finding purpose in their confinement.
They asked for time, but they didn't ask for my mind. And so I still have the opportunity to give back and do great things.
Man, show them who you are out there, man. Show them who you are out there, man.
I really like that story, Saint.
Yeah, I was impressed with the amount of self-reflection these inmates have actually done. I think it's their honesty that makes that podcast so compelling. And Unincarcerated Productions is already working on season 2 of Concrete Mama.
Very cool. From inmates to superheroes, one of my favorite stories, one of the most impactful, was when I followed a group of people around downtown at night. They decided they want to help the community and specifically help people that might otherwise go unseen. And to do that, they wear costumes and armor and capes.
When you put on this mask, kind of the symbol is that I could be anybody under here. I could be you, I could be your neighbor, I could be all of us, right? And the idea behind that is anybody can do what I'm doing. Howdy folks. Howdy everybody. My name is Red Ranger. Be safe tonight. I'm one of the Seattle superheroes leading the team, the Emerald City Heroes organization. That's ECHO for short. That's us. Yeah, we're the Seattle superheroes. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Colorful characters disguising compassionate people.
Do you need food or anything tonight? We're here to make Seattle a safer place. Here you go.
God bless you.
God bless you back.
Red Ranger says his true power comes from passion for people.
All right, be safe tonight, okay? Yeah, the only superpower I have is, we all have it. It's beating in our chest.
Red Ranger leads with his heart because in real life, he's also a medic.
Work in critical care, victims of violence, gun violence. You see people who need lots of help right outside your door. Hang on, medical check. I kind of resolved myself. Hey brother, you doing okay? As long as I can prevent that kind of thing from happening, I will. We got a lot of people camping out on the street tonight, and we just like to do safety checks. You guys doing okay tonight? Anybody need anything? We're the Seattle superheroes. We just go around helping folks. I'm a nurse, if anybody needs to talk to a nurse about anything.
The colorful costumes are certainly attention grabbers.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what we are. We're a colorful safety patrol.
And that's on purpose.
It is fun, but no, this is a serious job. We do take it seriously. Hey, we're giving out care packages for dogs too. Do you need a dog food? It's not cosplay.
But the armor Red Ranger wears is real.
I do wear body armor under this. We do have bulletproof armor. The shield is bulletproof. I always say every piece of armor I wear is because somebody has tried to hurt me there before.
Red Ranger and the Emerald City Heroes have become a social media sensation and went viral on TikTok for the flashy costumes and serving people in need.
We want to see if we can get them back to someone who may have lost them. But be safe tonight, okay? I hope that helps.
Each patrol is unique.
You never quite know what you're gonna get.
Whether it's handing out food and supplies.
Hey ma'am, you doing okay?
Breaking up a physical altercation.
Eyes up, let's go. Drunk guy who was starting to fight. He got in my face quite a bit. It's all about keeping your composure.
Or even reuniting a citizen with her long-lost house keys.
You found your keys? Yeah. Right on.
Thank you guys.
You're so welcome. Yeah, we didn't want anybody else to come and swipe them.
You don't need a costume to care.
Get in here, Crow.
But the Emerald City Heroes organization cares enough to dress up and step up while the city sleeps.
Take care, stay safe. We'll see you out there.
Those guys need a theme song.
Agree.
Go Red Ranger.
See, there we go. Thank you to Red and to the Emerald City Heroes organization. My favorite part was the fact that I really just had to follow them around on the street at night in the dark with these cameras when anything could happen. And as you saw, a lot of it did. They're self-funded. They take donations. So check them out. Support them. Very cool.
Well, guys, I have a favorite story for 2025 that hasn't happened yet. I'm talking about the big party we're gonna have for the New Year's Eve, man.
Okay, maybe I can help you out with that here. We put together a little preview of the biggest and best New Year's Eve party on the West Coast.
Rehearsing to ring in the new year.
3, 2, 1, go. Standing by for first pyro.
It's a big job, and the technical team has been hard at work preparing, even practicing.
So we would be doing drone launch at 8:25:57.
Ooh, I got the best seat at the base of the Space Needle, just hours away from the official Alaska Airlines New Year's at the Needle, and I am told this is the biggest and the boldest yet, and I'm told that by a second-generation pyro team.
It is. It's something that I've been coming to my whole life. My dad was the original show producer for Pyro Spectaculars here on the Space Needle, and it has now been 31 years, believe it or not, since the very first year, and so I'm grateful to kind of be taking the helm as the lead show producer.
Tonight, beneath the glow of the Seattle skyline, a team of experts is preparing for one of the most watched New Year's celebrations in the nation.
10 seconds to countdown.
There is a lot of planning, and it's an amazing team who keeps things pretty buttoned up and secret until the final moments that we're ready to reveal it.
1 minute from drone launch, but we're actually going to hit drone dance on the simulator, so.
The Space Needle itself, a lot of people believe it's owned by the city, and in many ways we have that special connection with the Space Needle because it feels a part of our lives. But very few people realize that it's actually run and owned by one of the original 6 families that built it back in 1962. So we are truly a family-run and operated business.
We're really excited. We have multimedia, right? Drones, lighting on the structure itself, and of course the pyro.
We talked about there being 3 brands coming together to create a show that everyone felt like really proud of and could be a part of. And I couldn't pick any better partners to be in this with.
Don't miss the Alaska Airlines New Year's at the Needle, both in Seattle Center in person or from the comforts of your couch. New Year's Eve, 11:30. You can see it on King 5 or on our streaming platform, King 5 Plus. Coming up, Team Evening's favorite celebrity encounters of 2025.
This is Jose.
This is Jose.
Hey, man.
And Jose reveals his favorite story. All I know is it involves a bunch of kids and a unicycle or two.
Wow! Local stories make a difference.
That's good.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
And welcome back to the show. It's our best of evening.
We are sharing our favorite stories of 2025. Jose, you're up. What's yours?
Well, you guys know that I've been trying my techniques in unicycling, but yes, not so good results.
Yeah.
Marginal.
Yeah, so. But that's why exactly I meet up with a group that potentially could really help me.
I visited Whittier Elementary School to learn more about unicycling. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be good at it, I'm just gonna learn about it. I was told this is where I can find a teacher that has a big passion when it comes to riding on one wheel.
Tell me a little bit about the program here. What's this all about?
It started as kind of a little bit of a whim. Got here 25 years ago. There were 3 broken unicycles. I was going, what am I going to do with these unicycles? I had no idea. I kind of ran with that a little bit. We had some donations, helped us get some better unicycles. It just kind of took off from there. From those 3 unicycles, we now have 120 unicycles.
Kids at this elementary know they're lucky.
A lot of other kids, they want to learn how to unicycle, but they don't really have unicycles.
It's just fun and I get to ride around whenever I want.
The kids come in and help each other to teach and learn and improve their skills. You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be the most coordinated person. With a little effort, they succeed.
Some of them have the big ones. Some of them are going backwards. I can't even go forwards and she's going backwards. I think I'm the only one missing out here. Sure looks like fun, but there are some techniques that these riders need to learn before they move to the next level.
Backwards took me a little while. It's just harder with the balance stuff because you can't see what's behind you.
Like if you want to ride a big unicycle, you have to be on level 2.
It's a lot harder to keep your balance on it. Mostly just core strength.
So that's an idle. Idle is a level 4 skill. There's a lot of schools in the Seattle area that do unicycle. Ours is pretty unique, I believe, just because of the vast number from 5 kindergarten all the way up to 11.
For over 2 decades, hundreds of students have learned how to ride.
Hey, let Parker inside.
What's the kick for you?
For me, to see somebody succeed and just the joy of it, you can see it in their eyes. It's history. It's a bit of history.
After spending a fun afternoon with this class, I'm willing to give it another try at unicycle. What tips you give to somebody out there?
It's slow, but it's faster than learning how to walk.
Keep practicing and eventually you'll get it. Find other people to help you. You want to keep your arms out and don't go super fast. You should definitely unicycle. It's really fun. You can do stuff with your friends.
And now I know.
So it's all about the balance, as you can see. I do want to say thank you to all the kids for the great tips you guys gave me. And Teacher Brian, wow, what an inspiration.
I thought we were going to see you try it today. I brought one. Should we bring out the unicycle?
2026.
Okay.
All right. I want to see you starting to unicycle on the way to work.
Okay.
Ooh, goals.
Yeah.
In this job, we occasionally meet some very famous people. So let's do a little name dropping here. I'll begin. I got to interview some movie stars this year.
My entire life, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Glenn Powell struck me as a guy who has really worked hard to get where he is and appreciates that it is all paying off with starring roles like the one in The Running Man.
And I gotta say, Chad Powers, what a fun twist role for him.
Fun show, yeah.
Loved it. So,
Jose, who did you meet this year?
Well, I was lucky enough to meet a rock star that I actually grew up watching. You know when you have that rock star that you kind of don't want to meet because like, what if they're rude?
What if?
And they're gonna ruin it for you, but this time it didn't happen. It was the one and only Eddie Vedder.
The Admiral.
Famous, legendary Admiral Theaters.
All right, the reason why I got to interview him, it was because he was promoting his new film. Here it is, The Matter of Time. It's a great film, by the way. He even gave me a little present, which I will show you guys later.
Whoa. So you met your hero and it paid off. Yeah. I would say for me, sometimes it's the athletes. You know, recently I got to hang out with A.J. Barner, Seahawks tight end. And what I loved about him was how he carried himself and that he was spending his one off day at Ronald McDonald House in Seattle. A lot of people don't even understand what that is and how it just provides this amazing resource, food, camaraderie, and shelter for families who are dealing with some awful times next door at Children's Hospital. So A.J. Barner of the Seahawks, that was one of the cooler encounters here. And it's cool that he's supporting Ronald McDonald House. And that makes me think of some of the best work that we do here at King 5 each and every year, Home Team Harvest. And this is how you can help.
Home Team Harvest, with the help of Kitsap Credit Union, is raising $5 million during the biggest food drive in Washington state. And we're almost there. Kitsap Credit Union supports Western Washington food banks with generous donations.
Giving back in the community is just part of what we do as credit unions, and we're really proud to do a part of that. And it's just part of what we do in the community, giving back and trying to stomp out hunger here in Western Washington.
You can help by donating at any Kitsap Credit Union branch through the end of December. Together, we can make a difference.
Home Team Harvest is 25 this year. That's a quarter century of fighting hunger. What a great cause.
Coming up, he paints to preserve nature.
Looking good. Thank you so much.
An artist ode to the Northwest natural beauty.
Evening is sponsored by Kitsap Credit Union.
Welcome back to our Best of Evening show. We're looking back at some of our favorite stories from 2025. You know, evening photographer Diane Lewis-Torrey, she's behind the lens right now. She loves wild places, hiking, art.
She likes hanging out with us as well.
Well, I don't know about that, but maybe that's true. Well, Diane found a story that combines three of her favorite things to create something magical.
As soon as I get my pack on and I close my tailgate of my truck and my feet hit the pavement or the trail, that's when it kind of starts for me. My name is Corey Elder, and I am a landscape painter. I am also a carpenter by trade and a handyman. Why I love doing this, I feel this connection to this group of people that through the centuries that have been inspired to go out and paint in the landscape. And I get to be part of that arc, of that conversation and the history of that. Elephant's head flowers, pretty little wildflowers along the banks here in the rocky soil. Ever since I was younger, I always felt like time was slipping away, and I just want this to not disappear, and if it is going to, I want to be able to share it with other people.
Looking good.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I wish I had that talent.
I genuinely do enjoy the interaction.
It's just really stunning. I love the different greens, and yeah, it's really pretty.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, no,
it's beautiful.
It means a lot to me. This is the most inspiring and beautiful thing to me, so I want to do it justice. How am I going to make sure this painting doesn't read quick, you know, like a flash? Your eye jumps in and out. You want to try to entice somebody to stay longer and dabble in looking in throughout the painting. This is brighter, this is lighter, this is darker, that's more yellow, this is nice and cool. Ooh, I need to capture how the water's doing that. And so it's actually quite loud inside of me. I paint plein air, that's how I start all my paintings, out in the field. But then I always finish up my paintings in the studio.
So far I've put 87.5 hours into the painting and plan on putting at least another 15 more. It's important to me to act as a historian for the landscape, because if nobody does that, then we might not have record of what it looked like now. The glaciers that exist here where I painted, they're disappearing and they won't come back. And when that fresh water disappears, that cool water disappears, this entire valley changes. The fish that the fisherman is fishing for won't be able to stay cool enough. It's all going to rapidly change.
It's a beautiful world out there, and I have to paint it beautifully.
A stunning story shot in the Mount Baker Wilderness area. You can find Corey's art. You can actually buy it directly from his website, CoreyElderArt.com.
Do you think Diane like us? Like we're one of her favorite things?
Yeah, we're in focus.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now in our 40th season, Evening shares local stories that make our community shine. Evening is sponsored by Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at Pemco.com.
Welcome back to the show as we reflect on our favorite moments from 2025. I can't believe it's gone.
No watch.
That was my watch.
No
That's
watch.
all right.
Thank you all so much for watching us in 2025.
And we'll see you in 2026.
You can see it.
I see it right now. You see it?
Oh no, it's over there.
Oh, it's there?
Don't look in the lens. That's
Okay.
weird people out. Look over there.